Sometimes you'll be asked to solve equations, which means finding the value of an unknown quantity, usually x. So here's our equation. We've got 5 plus 4 brackets x minus 1 is equal to 2x minus 4 brackets 2 minus 3x. So it sounds quite complicated, largely because x appears not only once, but 3 times in this equation. And in order to find x, to find what it's equal to, we need to get all of the x's together on one side of the equal sign and then everything else on the other side. Okay, but we'll do that in steps. First step is to tidy things up a bit, make it look less complicated, and we're going to start doing that by expanding out these brackets here. So if we do that, we get 5, and then we have this positive 4 that needs to multiply by everything inside this bracket here. So positive 4 times x, and then positive 4 times negative 1. So we begin with positive 4 times x, which is 4x, and then positive 4 multiplied by negative 1, which is negative 4. On the right hand side, do the same thing. We have 2x, and then we have this negative 4. Really be careful to make sure you notice the signs in front of these numbers. You've got negative 4 multiplied by 2 and by negative 3x. Okay? A negative times a positive is a negative, so negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. And then, just draw my line in there, and then negative 4 multiplied by negative 3x, finally, is a positive. Negative times a negative is a positive, so we have a positive 12x. So lots of things to remember there. Remember what your signs are, remember to multiply by x as well to get the right answer. Okay, now this could be tidied up even more by gathering together the like terms. Don't forget, your like terms are the things that are the same as each other, so that either have got an x in, or they've got a y in, or they've got an x squared in, or they've got no letters at all in. Okay, just you can only collect together the things that are the same. And on the left hand side here, we've got 2 numbers. Okay, you've got a 5 and a 4. 5 minus 4 is 1. So 1 plus 4x. And on the right hand side, you can gather together these 2 x's. We've got 2x and 12x, so 2x plus 12x is 14x. And then the minus 8 stays as it is. Okay, so already this looks a lot less complicated than it did to begin with. We've now got 1 plus 4x equals 14x minus 8. We've still got x on both sides of the equation, but we can solve that now by moving this x, this 4x, over to the right hand side. Okay? Now to do that, we need to do the opposite of what's here at the moment, so that it cancels out. At the moment it's positive 4x. I'm going to subtract 4x from both sides of the equation. Just write that over there to remind me what I'm doing. So when we do this, we copy down everything that's here first. We have 1 plus 4x, and then we take off 4x. On the right hand side, we've got 14x minus 8 minus 4x. Positive 4x and negative 4x cancel out, so we're left with just 1. And on the right hand side, we've got 14x minus 4x, which just gives us 10x minus 8. Okay, so now for the first time in this whole equation, we've got the x appearing only once. We've got 1 equals 10x minus 8, so we're nearly there. Now don't forget, our objective is to get x all on its own on one side. So to do that, we need to start taking things away from the x, okay? At the moment, we've got this negative 8 here, so we can get rid of that by adding 8 to both sides. And if we do that, on the left-hand side, we have 1 plus 8. On the right-hand side, we have 10x minus 8 plus 8. The minus 8 and the positive 8 cancel out. So we have 1 plus 8, which is 9, equal to 10x. Very nearly there. We've now only got one more thing to get rid of by this x, which is this number 10. At the moment we've got 10 multiplied by x, that's what 10x means. So if we divide by 10, we're going to get rid of the 10. Divide the left hand side by 10, we have 9 divided by 10. Divide the right hand side by 10, we have 10x divided by 10. Our 10s cancel out, so that means we're left with just x, which is equal to 9 over 10, 9/10. So there we go, we found out what x is equal to in this equation. It's quite a long process, but it's the same process. If you follow it all the way through, you will get to the right answer. And they don't come much more complicated than this, so if you can get your head around this one, then you're nearly there. Good luck.